guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get an at-home blowout that is salon worthy. And I say that because nobody will be able to tell if you got this done at the salon or if you did it yourself. So I'm going to walk you guys through this blowout routine, all the tips and tricks that I do, and things that have helped me achieve this at home. So today was wash day and I went in on my hair. I masked, I did a really deep treatment in my scalp. So my hair is super clean and ready to go. It is currently damp, which is how I like my hair to be before I get into any kind of styling. I don't like my hair to be too wet nor too dry, so right in the middle is perfect. Now before we get into the tutorial, I'm gonna list what you need in case you wanna follow along. So the first thing you need is prep products, any kind of blowout creams, heat protectants, whatever you prep your hair with before. Everyone's hair is a little different, so it's important to use the products that are catered for your hair type. The second thing you're gonna need is a good hair dryer, and I'm gonna be using my GHD Helios Hairdryer. Nothing compares to this hair dryer, so a good hair dryer is key. Next, you're gonna need a round brush, a couple of hair clips, and then you're gonna need a couple of rollers. The rollers are optional, but I like to use these mainly at the top of my hair for added volume. So now that you guys know everything you need, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Before we get started, I just want to mention really quickly that this video is in partnership with GHD. I am one of GHD's ambassadors, and I am so honored to create these educational videos for you guys where I show you how to use their tools, why I love them, and everything you need to know about them. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So we're gonna go ahead and prep my hair with two products, and I have these right here that I absolutely love. The first one is the Milbon Repair Restorative Blowout Primer. I do about 3 pumps, and I'm gonna add this towards the end. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Oribe Royal Blowout. I cannot do my blowouts without this spray on my hair. It is transformative, completely changes the texture of your hair, makes it so smooth and shiny. You don't even need a whole lot with this product because it is that powerful. So once I spray that on, I'm gonna work it with my hands to kind of get through the ends of my hair. Prepped and primed, we're ready to move on. So now we're gonna go ahead and section the hair off. I like to do 4 big sections. Twist the hair back and up. I cannot make this part look cute. Now that the hair is sectioned off, we're gonna go ahead and move into the blowout, and I'm gonna be using my GHD Helios Hairdryer for this. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is the only hairdryer that I use. I have K-tips, I have my real hair, and it is a lot to dry, but this drastically cuts the drying time in half. It's very powerful, so you can really control the blowout and achieve the style faster. It gives you a lot of shine, and it keeps your hair healthier as well. I'm also gonna be using the GHD Round Brush. I actually have a couple different sizes right here, but we're gonna be using the one that's a little bigger for the bottom portion of my hair, and I might change it at the top for the areas where I want it a little tighter. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use this duo to achieve this. So what I'm gonna do is place the round brush right underneath the section that I wanna dry first. It's important to have the round brush as close as you can to the root, and then from there we're gonna work our way down. With the hairdryer, also make sure that the nozzle is facing directly down into the section that you want to dry. The nozzle is key as well. This is gonna hit direct air on that area. If you don't have the nozzle, it's gonna be a lot harder to achieve this, so make sure that you have it on there. I'm gonna go ahead and let it fall down. So it should look something like that, where it's nice and bouncy at the end. So now that I'm done blowing out that section, I'm gonna go ahead and roll it up while it's still hot and pin it to my hair. This is gonna allow the curl to cool down in that section. I'll release it at the end, and you'll see just how much more voluminous my hair will look. Moving on to the next section, following the same steps, going slow and steady to ensure that every single strand is being dried. And then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the hair up and pin it like so. Towards the back of the hair inside, you're gonna notice I take a little bit more time because I do have more hair right here. I'm gonna pass the blow dryer over this section a couple of times to ensure that it gets really dry. And then towards the end, it's a little bit more quicker. It's easier for me to rotate my hand because the hair is more dry towards the end already. And I'm also gonna rotate the brush in different directions as well. I want the bounce and fullness, so that trick really does it. Also, if you have layers in your hair, blowouts were made for you. They just make your hair look so much more voluminous and full and luscious. So if you have layers, embrace them with a bomb at-home blowout. Can we also talk about how fast I'm getting through this blowout? Full head of hair with K-tip extensions, half damp, half dry. You can imagine how long this would normally take, but it is going by so fast because of the blow dryer. It's also super lightweight, so my arms are not getting tired whatsoever. So with this, don't worry if it's not perfect and there's hair falling out. It's just to allow the curl to cool down. As I move to the top, I may remove some of them if they start to get kind of crazy, but don't worry about that. Okay, moving on now to the next section. I also want to mention how important it is to start at your root. Do not start at the ends. I know it seems easier to kind of just get the ends done, but you're not going to get that volume if you do that. So start at the root, work toward the ends, and then from there, reset a couple times if needed, like I'm doing. And then again, just continuing to follow the same steps throughout my entire hair. Towards the front, you're gonna see me change up the positioning of the brush quite a few times. This just allows me to get more volume towards the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and cue the music. You guys can enjoy these last few seconds that I blow dried this, and then explain how I do the top. So we are at the last section of my hair, which is all of this right here. It's pretty much just like my bang and the area where there's no extensions. So I'm gonna be creating 3 sections, and I'm going to be blow drying this back, but I'm gonna switch my brush and I'm gonna grab the smaller one just because this section is a lot smaller. As I mentioned, I'm using these large rollers to set these sections. So while the hair is still hot, I put the roller in and pin it and let it sit for a few minutes. And your hair should look something like this. So as I mentioned earlier, the pinning is totally optional, but to me it makes such a big difference, and I feel like the curl lasts so much longer as well. Also, when I do a blowout, I normally do this, then do my makeup, then come back, release, and I'm done. But in this case, we did it a little backwards. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking it all out. Are you kidding me right now? This looks so good. With the Velcro ones, I try not to pull because it can tug on the hair and kind of create a little bit of frizz. But when you take it out, just kind of be sure to not drag too much. Oh, there's one more. Hello. It gives a lot of volume. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the Gisou oil, do a couple drops. I don't do too much, just a little bit to add shine. And I just run this mainly towards the ends of the hair. I feel like this gives me supermodel hair. I did it myself. I did this on my own. So that is the blowout. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful and educational and learned something new with all my tips and tricks on what I do that works for me. If you guys end up recreating this, please tag me on all social. I would love to see your guys' at-home blowouts and see how they come out. And if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Also, big thank you to GHD for working with me. We have a link down below if you guys are interested in the Helios Hairdryer. It's down there. I also listed all the products, linked everything, so you guys can shop as well. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.